Yo, it's Jeramiah and I'm playing with an Ensoniq SQ1. This is an original keyboard from 1994. It's been sitting in Module's guitarist shed for a while. It needed some love, so I repaired it with some ice cream container lids. And it gave me back the keys. But with playing with it for a while, I was like, this thing sounds horrible at first. But then I realised after a while it actually sounds so bad it's kind of verging on good. So instantly that's Elton John, I'm serious. And then I thought, well, what else is on this thing? And we came across these kind of nice, like, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of, I said, that reminds me of like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the forest for some reason. So a little bit more research into these keyboards made me realise that they've actually got some pretty unique features. They use trans waves. For those of you out there that play with synthesizers, trans waves are very similar to wavetable synthesizers. So it's basically inside of here it's got a chip, and inside that chip it's got pictures of the oscillators. So you can modulate between those. So you end up with this. So that's pretty much a horrible guitar sound, but got feedback. And then a little bit more research, I realised it's got some rather nice built-in horrible effects. They're probably about 8 to 16-bit, maybe even 12-bit. So all the reverbs and choruses and all those types of effects. And we get into the drum sections where this is where all the fun begins. So we can go travel back in time to when, you know, the 80s loved their gated snares. If I can find one, there'll be one in here somewhere. Here we go. But the fun thing about this little device is this. It has, believe it or not, a built-in 8-track sequencer. So pretty much 8-channel sequencing. We can lay down drums and all that kind of stuff. It stores the information inside the thing, and then you can transmit it straight through MIDI into your computer. So you can do some really old school 1990s, or maybe even, I don't know, it sounds like it's from the 80s, but really early 1990s kind of 8-track recording inside just this keyboard. So it pretty much, I don't know what ever happened to Ensoniq. Unfortunately they got lost to the winds of time. They made some really other great synthesizers from memory, but for a MIDI keyboard it works great plugged into Cubase or Ableton, so we can kind of play all the virtual stuff now. Funnily enough, the virtual stuff is trying to emulate something like this. So a poor old keyboard rescued from the winds of history and brought back to life and into the studio. So I hope you enjoyed that little jam. And yeah, there's a lot of things that can be done on this kind of keyboard once I can get back into the system, once I can figure out how to use the system, because it does definitely got its own type of personality. Hang on a minute, mate. And like with anything from the 90s, if it just goes wrong, turn it off and turn it on again. I don't know, is that going to be like that for the rest of our lives? If it's just wrong, turn it off and just turn it back on again. A little bit like us actually, just go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, yep. Some of these sounds are great, like when you get into the oh, there's that snare I was talking about. Where are my toms here? Sorry, wrong. But thanks very much, I'm Jeremiah, and I hope you enjoyed our little keyboard adventure. Peace.